Hello, Kitty T, Intuitive Reiki Master here. I'm here to do a tarot general read. So, no rhyme or reason, just kind of like checking into the new year, seeing what the new year has in store for us, as well as I just let everybody know I'm not a doctor. I'm just here to help give advice where needed. Always take what resonates and leave the rest for others to enjoy. Of course, these readings are timeless, so something might resonate later. So you might want to put it under your cap. All right, and I do need to let you know you do choose your own faith. We are given free will. So tarot is here to guide you in a conscious way down a conscious path. So let's dive in to our rune read. It's going to be a general read. I'm going to bring it down just because of the fact that I'm trying to think of what we'll call this. I think we'll call this January 2021 rune read. That's what we'll call it for general collective. We shook it really good. Really good. I've gotten them all around. Alright, I'm new at this stuff, so just bear with me. Alright, so we're going to bring it down so you can see what I pick. So I usually do a 6 runic cross. So that's 6 runes. Alright, so the first one is here. Alright, number 2. Number 2. 3. Number 4. Number 6. Set it aside. There we go. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, stagnant. That one's a good one. I know it is. Alright. So now that you can see the runes. I can't bring them a little closer. Down more. Okay. Alright. So number 1. Just bear with me. I am new to runes, but I really want to learn them. So this is the way I'm going to learn them. Alright, so we got Othelia, separation, withdrawal, hair. Alright, so we're molting our old skin, the past. This means the past right here. So we're molting our old skin. We're getting ready to get that new you skin. So I kind of like feel like I'm a snake shedding its skin as it moves forward. It tugs on things that are on the ground, and the skin sheds away. So it's shedding away as you're walking. Your skin is shedding. Your old ways of being is shedding off of you. That's what I see. Number two. Hagalus. And, you know, I might butcher these names, so don't hate on me. Destructive forces of nature, elemental, and hail. So, big awakening. So a big awakening is coming. Yeah, you're in a big awakening. So it's most anybody that's going to listen to my tarot is going to be going through probably a spiritual awakening, because they're wanting to know more. They're, you know, seeking out good information, wholesome information, healthy information, versus information that will tatter your soul. All right, let's see. Defense. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Aiwas is defense. Defense forces in you. So you're breaking down those forces. You're breaking them down. Patience, though. Patience as you're breaking them down, because they're not all coming down at once. There are small pieces that are falling. It's like crumbling off as you're, you know, it's kind of like you're chiseling away at it. And there's just pieces falling down. It's like you're trying to chisel into that heart space, that love. All right. So, yes, even through difficulties, you know, like having patience, like knowing, and I'm going to use this crumbling rock, or not crumbling wall that you're trying to get into, or around your heart space. So you're not, maybe, you know, it's not that you're not, like, patience is key. Just those little tiny crumbling rocks will turn into a big pile. You know, it's almost like saving up money for something that you want. You're putting it away. You're like, oh, I want to get there. Just, geez, why can't I get there? And then finally, once you've put that last 20 into the pile, and you're like, I'm finally here. Here's where I am. All right. Yeah, it's definitely a future thing of you breaking down, being patient at breaking down that wall around the heart space. Because we're all going through that right now. Stagnancy. Foundation, your foundation is stagnant. It's still, it's there. So Issa tells us stagnation, the witch hinders ice. So it's kind of like your foundation is solid. It's solid. It's there for you to stand on and to use. Then I'm getting like an analogy of ice. Don't slip on it. Get your bearings about you and stand there strong. All right, here we go with your challenge of January 2020 with the runes. I said January 2020. Lord, child. We do not want to go back to 2020. January 2021. Oh. Alright, so. Oh no, there's two of those. Hold on, yes. Yeah. Okay, yes. Alright, so here we go. The Razaz is the gateway, the location of non-doing. Yes, take your time. If you don't take your time with your challenges, or you're not patient with your manifestations, like, you know what you want. You got to take the steps to get there. And then it gets there. But taking the steps is hard to continually take those steps towards that goal. I like these runes. I like this. I love this. This is like totally putting a whole thing together. Yeah, there is no time for without contemplation. So yes, I'm sorry. Like, you need to contemplate on the challenge, on the manifestation, or the steps that take you to get to that manifestation. You have to contemplate. You have to sit there and make sure that you get to that next step. Because if you don't, you're going to fall back into the old ways. And we do not want to do that. Because look at what our old ways have gotten us. Our world is destroyed. It's just been a very sad time. And what it is it's a very beautiful time for spiritual awakening. So, I mean, because we're all isolated. We really can't be with one another. I don't know. I mean, it's not been too hard for me. Just having my immediate family here has been nice. But, family out there, I love you. But, it's been okay for me. I don't know how others feel. I can't say how others do feel. But I do know that if it's not been all right for you, my advice would be to go sit in your room, sit with yourself, no TV on, no nothing, and just sit there. And even if you have to think, because you can't not think, just think. Just sit there and think. Just anything to be with yourself and to give yourself that self-love. And even if you were to go have a nice bath, that's giving yourself self-love. Putting that beautiful essential oil on after the bath, that's treating yourself too. So there's lots of things that you can do to treat yourself. And best outcome, we have Jera. Let's harvest fertile phase in 1 year. I do want to read this. Jera ein Rune des guten Gelingens besitzt sich auf jeder Activia, a rune for good success, refers to any activity or effort you devote to yourself. And if I butchered that, I am sorry, my German friends. I'm a little rusty on my German. But I did pretty good, I think. Alright. Alright. So best outcome is good spirits. Good. So if you go and you contemplate over everything in 1 year's time, 1 year's time, because it's best a full cycle. That's why it's talking about contemplating, still stagnant, hanging out with yourself, loving yourself, being with yourself. Right. So what we'll do is real fast. We are ask the spirits if they want us. I know I'm chopping my face off, but ask the spirits if that's year's time. Is that to do with? Oh gosh, let's see. Whatever you're contemplating on 1 year. So our contemplation, is it going to take a full year cycle? I apologize. Let's see. Hold on. I just want you to see my hand to know that I'm not moving it. You hear spirits. Yes, yes. Yes, they are. Is it going to be 1 year to take for our outcome? So by 2022, we'll have it all together. Is that what's going on? Yes. Yes. So batten down the hatches. It looks like this might be another year of solidarity. That's what I'm feeling like. Another whole year of solidarity. And I'm sorry to bring that to all of our heavy hearts. But I think 2022, you know, what we do for 2021 and what we have done for 2020 will come out in 2022. And that's the whole thing about it. That's what they're trying to say, is that you have to take a whole year cycle, contemplate over what's been going on in the world. All right. That was awesome. I loved it. I loved it. I love this rune read. All about working on the self, loving yourself, being with yourself. I'm going to leave you with a affirmation. Here we go. I want to do that just because I want to leave this off on a good note. I know I didn't. And I'm actually going to give you a quote to meditate on too. So while you're meditating, you're being with oneself. You'll have a quote to meditate on, as well as an affirmation to tell yourself. All right, so let me go ahead and these are so hard to shuffle. Let's do this. try it one more time. I will try it again. Awesome sauce. Okay, we got it. All right. Okay. All right. Can we have an affirmation? A good affirmation to leave off on. Good affirmation to leave off on. And it was this one. All right, and shuffle. We'll do that one twice too. Yeah. All righty. All right, a quote to meditate on, please. Please. You can always come back to this for reference. You can write it down if you want. That way, awesome. Okay. So the affirmation is, may I be led from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light. This is adapted from a mantra in the Brihadarshikaka. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry if I butchered that too. Okay. I'll show that to you. We can screenshot it. All right, and then a quote to meditate on. When you check your own mind properly, you stop blaming others for your problems. You recognize that your mistake actions come from your own defiled, deluded mind. And that's Lama. So, most definitely projection. If you're trying to project any negativity, it's usually the negativity that you harbor within yourself. Because when you become happy, you're not like looking at someone and wanting to judge them. You're looking at them with compassion and love. You're like, I know their faults, but I still love them anyways. So, and then lashing out at them and telling them what's wrong with them, that's not a good thing. It's never a good thing. So you most definitely need to, if you're projecting any negativity, you need to look within yourself. And that is something that, it's a lot to do with shadow work. All right. Well, I thank you so much for everything. Thank you for the Reiki session. I'm so used to doing Reiki. Well, thank you for tarot. See, runes. Golly day. I better stop. Thank you so much.